Hello, this is Nicole with Angelic Therapy and Healing. Welcome. Glad to have everyone here. How is everyone? How are you doing? Is everyone doing okay? I hope so. I know most of us at this time are stuck in our homes. We're getting a little bit of a mandatory vacation at this time, but hopefully you are all doing well. Hopefully your families are doing well. Hopefully you are healthy. And we are going to get through this. We're going to get through this together. We are going to make it to the other side in a short time. So just hang in there. I will be sharing a message from Archangel Michael in a few moments, and that will be read verbatim because when I was getting ready for this reading, he popped in. He's like, I want to speak. So we're going to give him his platform to speak. Now, before we get too far into this, I do want to tell each of you I love you. I miss all of you. Glad to be back here with you today, sending all of you lots of love and hugs and encouragement. Just hang in there. Again, we are going to get through this together. It's okay. We're fine. Today, we are going to do something a little bit different than normal. So I posted something on Facebook yesterday, and in that post, I asked if anyone had any questions, and I let everyone know that I would randomly be selecting a few of those people to answer their questions today in this reading before we get started in the general reading. Now, I've got this set up for the general reading. If you are a person and you don't want to hear those messages for them, although do keep in mind, most times when the angels have messages for someone, it's applicable and it would be messages for a few other people as well. So you might find some messages for yourself and those messages that are intended to answer others' questions. But you may not even want to listen to that. Be like, no, Nicole, I want to get to the main entree. Let's just get into this. That's okay. When you see me start to bring these cards down, then that means that we are heading into the main reading, and come and join us at that time. And for everyone else, let's continue to proceed forward. So again, like I said, I pulled some random, I put everybody's name on a piece of paper, pulled out 3 names, and make sure this is recording. Yes, I got a new phone too, so it's at an odd angle. Okay, good. Yes, it's recording. So I put everybody's name in a hat, randomly pulled out 4 names. I wanted to do 3. The angels told me to pull 4. So we've got 4 answers that we're going to, 4 questions that we're going to be answering today. Now, since we're all kind of like stuck in the house, and it'd be great to be able to connect a little bit more frequently over the next couple weeks, I will be doing something kind of like a daily dose of awesomeness. Although I'm not guaranteeing it's going to be a daily dose, it may be every other day. But I would like to connect with all of you no more than every couple days. So I'm not going to do it live at this point because I am in the process of transitioning to a new laptop and there could be technical issues. I don't want any technical issues, so we're going to go with tried and true, where I will record it, I will post it to YouTube. But I do want to connect with all of you. Any questions that you have, the next video that I do will either be done tomorrow, it'll be done about 48 hours from now. If you would like to have a question answered, go on ahead and put that question below in the comments. And then what I will do is I will pull from the most recent questions. So like when I post the next reading, whomever puts their questions below that, those will be answered in the one after that, okay? And that's a great way for us to connect, to also help get you guys any, things that you really want answered. Like maybe you're spending all this time at home and you're like, oh my gosh, Nicole, I have got to know. Please give me some help. Put the question down below. We'll get you some answers. See what we can do. If nothing else, while we're hanging out in the house, we're going to have a clean house, by golly, and we're going to get some answers, and we're going to have a little time hanging out with each other every couple days. So, you got questions, put them down below. Now, I am going to get Archangel Michael's messages because I did write it down verbatim as he was speaking. So here, do I have them in order? Yes, okay. So here we go. This is from, again, Archangel Michael. Fret not, for we are here helping you. You are not alone, despite feeling as such. We are with you. Ask for our help. Ask us to show you. We will give you signs, and we will give you the comfort that you need at this time. Do not believe the false doomsday information you hear or read. The world is not ending. This virus transmission will come to an end very soon. Then life can be restored to your norm. Do not fear nor worry. Just as this man-made virus was created, we are working diligently to disable it. You will see it cease to exist in the near future. In the meantime, be wise and take the necessary precautions to protect yourself and your family. Raise your vibration, boost your immune system with healthy foods and vitamins, particularly vitamin C and D at this time. Although do not forget the others, a quality multivitamin will suffice and serve you well. It is imperative that you not fear. You are safe, you are protected, we are helping you. If you need additional support, ask for it. We are here, we have not abandoned you. Use this time to reach out to others, virtually. Let them know you love them. Ask if they are okay. Ask if they need help. Ask if they need anything. You can drop it off on their doorstep, you know. You needn't visit with them. This is a time, and then he chuckled at that because a lot of us, when we're listening to this, even when I was writing it down, we're like, well, we can't leave our house. So that's why he threw that in with a laugh. Okay, so we will continue on. This is a time to remember what is most important: love and connection. Your family, your friends, your lover, or the one you love and desire to have as your lover and partner. Reach out, connect, bridge the gap. In the daily hustle and bustle, many of you have forgotten where the true value lies: with each other. You will now remember that, and we hope continue to value it in the many days ahead of you. For there will be many days and years ahead of you. The world is not ending. Your disconnection with the world, however, is ending, which is quite ironic considering how humanity has been connected electronically for years, forgetting the value of true connection. For in this electronic-based reality, so many of you disconnected with one another. Now you shall reconnect with each other. From a distance, of course, now, and he chuckled at that. This is how it is meant to be. We encourage you to use this time to reconnect with those you love, those you value, and those who value you. Take care of each other, check on one another, and prepare your homes. Do those projects that you've desired accomplishing since 2012. It is time. Remember to laugh, dance, take a stroll outdoors, breathe deeply, talk with us and God. Reconnect with your soul, reconnect with your inner joy, reconnect with life. It is time for you to reconnect. And that is the end of what he had shared verbatim. Now, they have been giving me quite a bit of information over the past couple months. Some good news. This will actually be peaking at the end of April. So for many of you, they're being told it's going to go all summer long. That's hogwash. Not going to be happening. Now, initially it was going to be peaking in May, but they have told me that the trajectory has shifted because they are working diligently to stop this virus. And at this point, it looks like the end of May and the end of April is when it will be peaking, and then poof, it'll be gone in May. Just like that. So hang in there. Now, we are going to go on ahead and get started with the questions. The first person is Sheri Aiello. Now, do keep in mind, if I mispronounce your name, I love you. Don't be upset. You know who you are. But it's probably going to happen as I'm doing these questions for you guys. There's going to be names butchered, and I apologize now, but hopefully I won't butcher it too bad that you know who you are. So, Sheri, you were wanting to know, why have you lost signs and synchronicities? That's two parts, they're saying. The first part is there are some blockages, some attachments, some things that you have that need to be cleared. And this is something that's common that happens to many of us. So you, like many people, have been going through some stressful times the past year. What happens when we go through a stressful time is our vibration lowers. When our vibration lowers, we can have things attached to us. Things can bother us. We can have lower vibration beings put blocks in. So we're not getting those messages, because when someone feels separated from God, when they feel separated from the divine, when they feel as though they are not receiving those divine messages, it takes them to an even deeper, darker place, which is what they like, because they're jerks. So you've got your vibration up higher now. Congratulations. There's just some residual things that are attached that need to be removed. And if you need help with that, shoot me an email and we'll get you cleared up. And they're also saying don't beat yourself up for it, because it happens to everyone. Like me, I had some delays in recording this reading today because I woke up this morning and I came downstairs to find some of my ceiling on the floor in the living room. Apparently my tub upstairs is leaking. And I could have fretted about it. I could have freaked out. Oh my gosh, I got to get a plumber. And oh no, recording today. I can't do a reading. But what's the one thing lower vibrations don't want you guys to all know? It's okay. They don't want you to know everything's fine. They don't want you to know that this too shall pass in the very near future. So they're like, let's go on ahead and cause a mini disastrous mess in Nicole's living room, because that just would be fabulous when everybody's locked down and she can't get any help. So let's just do that, and then she won't do the recording, and then no one will get the encouragement and the words that they need to know. It's all going to be okay. We're giving this blessing to just hang out in our homes, focus on us. It's going to be okay. But they didn't want you guys to know that, because they're again dirtbags. So they made some of my ceiling fall down all over the floor. So instead of freaking out and canceling and skipping your reading, I said, oh no, oh no, y'all aren't playing today. I'm not playing with you. So I got my little, because you guys know I blast lung and all these things, breathing. So I got my little mask, because I do have respirator masks that I have to wear pretty much anytime I do anything with paint, any dust. So I put my mask on, I put my goggles on, got my little vacuum, caged up the girls, got the mess cleaned up, checked with a friend, did some troubleshooting. Okay, it's not some major disaster. We'll be okay. It can be dealt with in a few weeks. Had some lunch and decided to start doing your recording. But low vibration beings are jerks. They like to get us low. They like to keep us low. They got you low. They put some things in there. They just need to be cleared away. The other part is stress. Anytime we're stressed, and you're a bit stressed at times, and a lot of that is due to overly worrying about things. So if we are a person that tends to be a worrywart, which some things you have been worrying a bit too much about, that can block us. We can't hear at that point because we're stressed, we're freaking out. And when we do get emotional, we get in a little emotional uproar, it's hard to get that divine guidance. It doesn't have a clear channel. And again, that's something that happens to all of us. So again, don't beat yourself up. But when you're stressing and worrying, you're just not going to get the clarity. You're not going to get the signs. You're not going to get the messages that you normally do. Versus when you are of clear mind, clear emotions, and of a high vibration, that you just get blasted all the time. And like I said, that happens to everyone. Like one of the things that will stress me out, where I can't hear anything, and usually I can hear anything because they chatter all day long, but if something happens to my girls, if Lexi or Allie, if they choose to eat something that they should not eat, I will get into a panic because I don't want my dogs to die, because I love them. They are my fur babies. And I can't get clarity on, okay, how much peroxide do I give them? Do I need to give them charcoal? Do I need to take them to the hospital? Are they going to be okay? Are they going to live? Are they going to die? What the heck is going on? I gave them peroxide. They still haven't vomited. Oh my gosh, what's going on? You guys aren't talking to me. Well, no, they're not talking to me because I'm nutting up. I'm freaking out because I don't want my dogs to die. And I want them to be safe and okay. And when I know that they've eaten something that's poisonous, which Allie has done quite a few times, hospital sent me home with charcoal. It's happened so many times. But it causes panic. So I have to reach out to my best friend or my stepmom. Hey, can you muscle test? I need help right now. Do I need to take her to the hospital? Did I get it out of her? Is she okay? Because in that moment of stress, I can't hear a thing. Even though they talk all the time, 24/7, any other day, like they're a human sitting next to me, if I get in that much of a panic emotional state, I can't hear a thing. And that happens to everyone. And you're just having a little bit of that happening. So they're encouraging you, if you can get to a state of less worry, less stress, get rid of some of those blockages, you'll be right back to seeing and getting those signs and messages and synchronicity. So hopefully that helped. On to Jess Diaz. Okay, so you got almost 7 years in the Navy. 4 years of your current commitment, and you're wondering whether you should retire or stay in or switch careers, what to do. They are encouraging you to stay in until retirement because you'd only have 9 years left. And the reason with that is there's some schooling and some training that you can do. And you're going to want to have some cards there, Saints. Some people love to have cards. So we are going to go ahead and pull. I mean, I guess I did say I'd pull some cards, but let's get these mixed up real good. Okay. Cut them. All right. Because they're saying it's really working for. Okay. I guess you get 4 cards. You're very special. Okay, Jess. Let's see here. You've got trust your feelings and dreams to guide your career path. Builder. Your innate ability to build and create brings you a deep sense of accomplishment. Music. Your connection to music is healing for yourself and others. And then options. Consider the career possibilities that are open to you. One thing with the trusting is, you've got plenty of time. It kind of relates a little bit also to Sheri's question, because when we begin to stress and worry, we don't get those messages. So you're like, oh my gosh, what am I going to do? You have 4 years left to decide. You don't have to decide by June 2020, sweetheart. You've got plenty of time. So just relax. It's going to be okay. Although I will tell you what they're telling me now, to stay in until you retire, because there's some schooling, training, things that you can do now. Although your job is boring right now and you do have an opportunity to change career fields while you are still in the military, although what you will be doing long term, they do not have that as a career field in the Navy or any other branch of service. But the beauty of being in a job that you can do on autopilot is you could take schooling and courses in the evening, and you can be learning a new career field. Because if you're learning a new career field at the same time that you're in an extremely stressful full-time job, you can't burn the candle at both ends. That's too much. So the nice thing is you can be on autopilot during the workday, be like, I've been doing this for so long, this is easy. And in the evening, you can be taking your courses. You can even start working part-time in what your future career will be. Now, the thing is, because you see with this builder card, he's facing the past. He's not facing the future. So while you focus on the Navy, that's going to be helping you prepare and build your future foundation. Music, what they're talking about with that is, one of the things that's going to help get you some clarity is some sound healing. So you can go see a sound healer that uses bowls or tuning forks, because there's a couple of things that once those things are healed and removed for you, that's going to help you see your options more clearly, because you do have options. You don't have just one. You could be, you're a very good listener. You could be a life coach or a nutritionalist, giving people advice, recommendations, doing something to deal with arts or yoga. They're showing me yoga. But there are a couple different services also that you could provide, because like you could be a life coach who's also a nutritionalist who also teaches yoga classes at night. But there's a few different things that you could do that would be like a holistic approach of, hey, you come to my studio and I can help you with this. I could even throw in a reading, but there's multiple things that you could do. But right now I'm getting you be drawn to like a life coach, being a nutritionist, doing yoga, teaching yoga, or doing artist work. And part of that actually what they're saying is they keep showing me an artist with a blank canvas. Part of that is it's a blank canvas right now for you to decide which one you want, because there really isn't, there's not one rock solid like, okay, you're going to go be an engineer, you're going to go down, you're going to work for the state government. That's not it. You truly do have a few options. So as you have this sound healing, it's going to give you some more clarity. So you'll be like, that's what I want. That's what I want to do. So hopefully that helps. Number 3, Adeana Slater. Will new love come in for me this year? Well, girl, don't we all want to know that? I mean, we may have a lot of contenders, but is it going to happen? Yes, it is going to be happening this year. It's not a new love. They're saying late summer. But that's when you're going to be like kind of in a committed status with someone, because you're actually going to start dating in the immediate future. You haven't done that yet. They're encouraging you to put yourself out there now when you can leave the house. But hey, you could start flirting with someone online now. Create yourself an online profile, start chatting with people. Because although you're not going to be moving into the relationship with the one that you'll be in a committed relationship with until later this summer, that will give you an opportunity to start, flirting, having fun, being open to love, getting some practice at that again. Because, if you've not been dating, we're going to put little Allie on the ground. Oh, little girl, go find a bed over there. I bought them new beds, so she's got options. But it'll be enjoyable. It will help you finesse. It'll also just help you have fun flirting and enjoying conversation with someone again. So do that. But yes, it is coming in. Finally. Yay. Okay. Number 4, Chloe Piner. So Chloe is a pediatric nurse who's going to be graduating as a pediatric nurse practitioner. And she is wanting to know what her next steps are because she's not feeling comfortable going into the corporate healthcare system, the big pharma system. And the schooling, especially the past year, has been depressing, a little bit challenging. So sometimes when those things happen, we question, have we chosen the right path? Did I make a mistake? No, you did not make a mistake. You are on the right path. They're encouraging you to not worry. Everything's fine. Your transition is going to be a smooth one as well when you graduate. They're encouraging you to... Oh, that's funny. Okay. Even though they're giving the information, I'm going to start shuffling the cards because they're saying you are a person who likes to look at cards. Even though we don't need cards, we will pull a couple. They are... Okay, that's good. Let's cut these. Oh, okay. So they are encouraging you to partner up with a naturopath doctor. Someone who has like a holistic medical healing practice, because they would love to have someone who does pediatrics. And you could bring that part into their practice. And then with it being a naturopath, holistic approach, it will make your soul happy. You'll enjoy being there. Also in that environment, your intuition will be encouraged, which is not encouraged in the other arena that you've been considering. And at some point down the road, not in the immediate future, but at some point, you are going to be teaching. Like you'll be doing some seminars. You may also have like an online blog, writing somehow too. That's funny. My job is done here. Chloe, you have protected, you are safe and supported while you change your career. And then you have healer. You have the spiritual gift of healing and desire to share it with others. You are on the right path. Just look at working with a naturopathic doctor at a holistic health center. And that will get you to a place where you will be happy. Okay. Without further ado, we are going to go ahead and get started on this reading. Now, we better move these because if some people like zoned out and they want to fast forward, they'll be like, she's moving stuff. Let's actually pay attention now. Okay, here we go. Do remember, this is a general reading for a large number of people. Although when I pray and prepare, I ask that all of you receive at least one message. If you don't receive any messages, don't shoot the messenger. They just may not have any messages for you today, and that's okay. Come back in a couple days, or put your question down below, and in a couple days, when I do a reading, I might answer your question directly. So, This is obviously going to be a pick 3. I may share a picture that is hilarious. Allie was not pleased that I took 3 of her squeaky toys, but we have 3 of her and her sister's squeaky toys. So these messages will be applicable for now through the end of April, so about approximately 1 month. And the angels are wanting to let you know what you should be focusing on and or doing at this time, because we're all stuck in the house. So it's like, okay, you want us to prepare for the future, want us to do things like, how many times am I supposed to mop my floor? Like, how many times do I need to vacuum? What am I supposed to be doing? Give me some clarity here. So we're gonna get some clarity. So whichever squeaky toy you are guided toward, it could be this beautiful pink caterpillar / butterfly. I guess she's in the middle of transition. She's not made the full transition to butterfly yet. Then we've got this lovely lamb chop. And then, in honor of Easter, we have the little Peep. So go on ahead and pick whichever squeaky toy you are guided to, and then we will go ahead and get started. We are going to start with the Peep. And if somebody could timestamp this below for me, because when I finish this, I'm not going to be posting it right away because I have to make dinner. It's the joy of being stuck in your home, having to cook every meal. But thankfully, I have an Instant Pot, so I'm going to dump everything in there. And I'm going to make garlic, Parmesan, chicken, and rice, and it will cook for 5 minutes. But I do have to dump everything in there. Let me make sure you guys can see that. Okay, good. So after I make dinner, because that's a joy, I will post this for everyone. So if somebody could be a sweetheart, help me out, put the timestamps below, that would be amazing. I would really appreciate it. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. So if you chose the purple Peep. Okay. Okay. Ooh, you guys are getting clarifiers already, straight out the gate. Okay. You have the Knight of Raphael, which would be the Knight of Cups. It says romantic, dramatic, poetic, introspective. At the bottom it says committed romantic relationships being swept off your feet, situations or topics that make your heart flutter. 8 of Cups, clean it up, coming into power. At the bottom it says I step into my power boldly and confidently, and then making a difference. My inner light shines far and wide. Okay, I guess they're right. You've got to, there is a message. If it's like message you're giving or message you're receiving. Okay. Message you're going to be giving. Okay, so you've got flowers, birds, and the tower. Now I'm going to move these up here where your pretty little Peep is. Okay. So, you've had this difficult situation you've been going through. It's been dragging on for a very, very long time. For a number of you lost something, because they're pointing out this murky water. You lost something. Something was like secretly taken from you, secretly withheld from you. Or you're waiting on something and you still haven't found out. It's still you're still in the dark. But this is after a very long time. So for some of you, you could be going through a legal battle. And you're like, when the hell is this going to be over? When's this going to be done? But you're at this point. For many of you, it's almost like a rock bottom point where you're very discouraged. You're very frustrated. You're starting to come out of it, but you're not wanting to deal with the situation. And they're encouraging you to do that because we've got this night. And they're saying for you, this is about a message for you sending. But this message, these things that you're going to be communicating, will be bringing up some very deep emotions. Stuff that you've been trying to release and walk away from, get away from. They're encouraging you to be optimistic because for a number of you, this has been going on for so long that you've just begun to think like, oh my gosh, is it ever going to work out? Is it ever going to work in my favor? Like, is this destined to be go down as a nightmare? Like, what the heck is going on here? They're encouraging you at this time to be optimistic, but they're encouraging you to also be grounded and take those necessary steps. Do those communications while you're in this time of isolation, while you're stuck in the tower. It's a situation that you've been very sad about. There's been a lot of sorrow, frustration. You're really tired of dealing with it. You're really ready to just walk away. You're weary. You want things to change. You want things to be over with. For some of you, just feel like you're barely holding on. See how she's got her hand wrapped around that moss. She's walking away, but her gown is still in the water. So you're still in it. You've got your back turned to it. You want to walk away with it. So for most of you, what they're saying is there is something that you still have to wrap up, that you still have to communicate, that you have to do, and you're just not wanting to deal with it because you're tired of dealing with it. You're sick and tired of dealing with this. But they're encouraging you to get this clean it up card. In order for you to finally be free from this burden, it does require you jumping in there and taking care of some wrapping up of loose ends in the situation. And it's not even major things. I mean, if you look, this moose, he's not moving furniture. He's not picking up a home and relocating it. He's not breaking his back. He's just doing some light dusting, stirring stuff up. That's what you've got to do. During this time, while you're at home, this bird card is, can be tweets, public communications, but mass communications. So for some of you, it could well be that maybe you need to just drop some bombs about what's been going on in the public. Maybe some media coverage will finally get them to do what they need to do to make things right, to fix things, because you've been treated unfairly and unjustly. And since it's drug on, for some of you, it's drug on for years, and they refuse to do the right thing. So for some of you, this is about you communicating publicly to get things moving. And to do that, this tower is about this time that you're isolated, you're alone, that you have time to do this, to put that out there. Because that might be, for some of you, they're saying about 30% of you, that will be the encouragement to bring this to a close. No one wants negative PR, and no one wants the illegal things that they've done published out in the public, or the things that they would be highly frowned upon by the general public to be out in the public. It's about 30% of you. Now for the others of you, this is about you communicating to masses. So maybe for some of you, your condo association or your development, maybe they're trying to push something. Maybe they're trying to push 5G and you're like, oh no. Because maybe you are an awakened person, has discovered that causes serious health issues and was really bad for our health and really should not be going into our housing developments. And you're like, oh no. So for some of you during this time, start writing your legislators, start writing your congressmen, start writing your government officials, start reaching out to all your friends and family, get them to sign petitions, get them to write. So for some of you, this is about mass communications, either you sending mass communications to multiple people for assistance to help bring this to a close or help deal with this issue, or, although they're saying the last part, it's only like 10% of you that would be asking your friends and family to get involved. For majority of you, this is about you writing multiple people. Again, stirring it up, getting the information out there to just multiple people, dusting the information out to multiple people to get some assistance. That does require you stepping into your power, gathering your inner strength, because you have been dealing with this for so long that a number of you, you're just like at the brink of just giving up, because again, barely holding on. But this is about you taking back your authority. You were wronged. You had the injustices occur to you. Could have been illegal dealings, could have been medical malpractice, but you were the one who was wronged. But because they have had you in this cat and mouse game for so long, you're just very discouraged, depleted of energy, they're saying. But this is time for you to muster your energy and say, oh no, not anymore. But it's not going to take a lot of work, because you've had to put a lot of work in for this thing, but it's not a lot of work. It's just reaching out to a few people. But to do that, it does require you to muster that strength. Find your voice, take back your authority, Say enough is enough, because your strength and perseverance in this situation is actually going to be a beacon of light and hope for other people. And it's not going to take, they keep saying it's not going to take that much. It really isn't. You see this hand pushing this little starfish out? Oh, you see these little lips up here? Those lips are closed. What they're encouraging you to do this month, open your mouth. Communicate. It's a small thing that you have to do. It really is, but it's going to have tremendous impact. Tremendous. And follow the divine guidance that they're giving you, because starfish are representative of divine guidance and support and inspiration. You see this hand is coming down from the heavens. You are being encouraged in what you need to do. So for most of you, you've been getting nudged divinely for the past 4 or 5 months to do this. So they're encouraging you this month, do it. Because it's time for this difficult situation to come to a close. And if you communicate your expectations and you put those things out there to the people and the means in which you're being guided to put that out there, come May, this could all finally be done for you. So hopefully that helps. Oh, Allie's shifting behind me. She thinks I'm done. Oh, she's not going to be happy. Okay. If you picked lamb chop, you are up. Oh, let's see what you've got. You got believing in magic. True magic is abounding in my life. You have Treasure Island. You have the Hangman in reverse. There's what he looks like upright, but he's reversed, which is actually a good thing. You have 3 of Ariel, which is 3 of coins. At the bottom it says, do what you love. A time of great personal growth in your career or artistic endeavors, working with others in a cooperative manner. And then last, well, technically first, you have Page of Michael. Truthful, perceptive, analytical, blunt, and exciting new challenge. You have what it takes to succeed. Review contracts or documents thoroughly. Okay, you can see those. Oh, and this is swords, for those of you that are wondering about that. So you've been really indecisive. You've been really wishy-washy. You've been contemplating something, considering something, looking at it. You haven't been doing anything about it until now. But what is this that you're going to take action on? Okay, you have the bear, mice, and the house. You guys are like a Scorpio reading. They're always interesting. This thing that you're going to be taking action on is going to be successful. It is going to be magical. Taking the action is, they're saying, the key to your happiness. This is going to be successful, but you do have this Page of Michael card. You have what it takes to succeed. They're encouraging you to trust. So this situation you are looking at with different eyes. You're looking at it differently. A number of you have been looking at it differently. They're still not giving. So this bear card. They're saying it's having strength to pursue something you lost with regard to home, stability, your foundation in which to build a home. And it's eating you away. Okay. So a number of you, see how this guy, he's intently staring in. Hopefully you can see that. Okay. See how he's staring in the music box and he's staring at her. He's just enchanted. But he's got his hands on this pot. It's like he wants to, and he's holding on to the table. He's gripping the table like, ooh, I want to reach out and touch her. But I don't know, boo-boo. It's been gnawing at you, this desire that you have, this person that you want to pursue. You're afraid that the door won't open for you. If you see this card, this gate is open, but the door of the house is closed. You're afraid they won't be open to your pursuit, to your communications. Why? Okay. So that makes sense. You've got Fox, Lady, and this is the Lady of Love. She's holding the rose, and you've got Dice. So do you see how she's looking at the fox? And you see how the fox is looking to the past. So when you're looking at tarot cards or Lenormands, when they're looking to the left is the past, to the right is the future. She still loves you. She still cares about you. She doesn't have a cage blocking you. But you see how the fox is looking elsewhere. So a number of you are afraid that the door won't open because this is a woman who you've had a past with. You've dated in the past, you've had a past relationship with, but in the past, you chose someone else. You chose, because the fox is someone sly, and you got the hen house, and you know. So for a number of you, it was another lady. Now this could be, do keep in mind, it's a general reading, genders could be swapped. I will share with you what I am getting to keep things clear, but do keep in mind it's general. But some of you, you chose another woman. You went in the direction of another woman, you did not choose her. That's why you're concerned. She's not going to let you in because that's now over. Well, for some of you, it's not completely over because he's still got his hands on that pot. But that's done. But because of what transpired in the past, you are worried that she won't open the door. So you're mustering up your strength, is mustering up your courage to communicate. But you have this desire. You have this passion, and they're encouraging you that, you know, actually this card's talking about it is vital, it is imperative that you go after your dreams, that you follow your passions, that you are not afraid, that you're not afraid to share your thoughts and communicate how you feel. And for some of you, it's also communicating about what happened in the past. Because maybe you just up and disappeared. Maybe you just ghosted her. You're just like, I'm out. Never sharing with her what truly was going on. But now you're the hangman reverse. So you've been sitting, thinking, contemplating, hence why it's been eating away at you for some time. But now this month, you're finally at this point that your period of indecision or sacrifice, for some of you, this person that you were in this other relationship with or that you had to focus with, you felt responsible. You felt like you had to sacrifice yourself for them. Well, you're no longer stuck in that prison. Praise God. So since that's over, you're now indecisiveness, wishy-washy part of you is now over. You know what you want. You're ready to go in that direction. You're ready to move forward. You're no longer suspended. And that is what they are encouraging you to do this month. They are encouraging you to move forward. They're encouraging you to reach out. Touch her, although not right now, possibly, if you're in a formal lockdown. But you can talk to her on the phone. You can message her. You can be, you know, you can do FaceTime. Until the restrictions are lifted, then you can reach out and touch. But communicate, reach out to her this month. Go for it. That is what they're encouraging you to do. You've got to stop worrying. You see these beautiful cards? These are two beautiful cards. You got Treasure Island. This is all about, you know, bringing your dreams to fruition. They're also encouraging you to think positively. You are so wound up thinking that this is going to be a train wreck. It's not. The front gate's open. It'd be one thing if she had the front gate closed and she had 18 padlocks on it. Then it'd be like, yeah, boy, you might just want to move on to the next house. But it's not padlocked. It's not. Windows are open. Sun's shining down. It's going to turn out positively. They're encouraging you, you must trust. Romance, this card also talks about how, see how these little hearts are floating around in the little treasure chest. Romance is going to blossom. It's going to grow. This card can also be like celebrating love and what it has taught you, celebrating what you've learned. So for many of you, you chose another woman. Since you last saw her or were with her, dating her, in a relationship with her, you have learned the value of love, the value of true love. For some of you, they're saying that you have been in like superficial relationships. Or you've been stuck in relationships that you just felt like you were responsible for the person you had to take. But there wasn't love. There wasn't that true connection. And it finally took you getting to the point of being like, you know, I want more. Or you know what? I didn't give birth to you. I don't have to take care of you. You're a grown person. Take care of yourself. And you finally stepped away from that. Because you realize, I don't want this. I want a partner who is equal, who we both give equally, who I actually love and value, who's not just using me. For some of you, you know, you have been in relationships, but they've been like superficial, like surface. They've not really been deep. There's not been a deep connection. So for some of you, it could just be, you know, maybe you just had sexually based relationships and just having fun. And then you finally got to the point you're like, I don't want that anymore. I want something deeper. I want to build roots, foundation with someone where it's going to stand the test of time. Not just, I had a good time over the weekend. So what they're encouraging you to do, because the dice is, go ahead and roll your dice, take your chances. And for you, it is going to turn out lucky, positive. It's believing in magic. The key to opening this door is just having complete trust and communicating. You got this bird, just communicating. Reach out to her or him and communicate. Move forward. They're encouraging you to do that this month. And trust in something that you can't hear or see. Hence the magic. You're being divinely guided in her direction. You've been thinking about it. You want it. You want to reach out and touch her. You really do. And of course, for all the times for you to finally take action to reach out, you're not really legally allowed to. But that's okay. It'll just build up the anticipation. You'll both be hot for each other in a month when you finally get to see each other. That's amazing. But pick up the phone, call her, reach out to her. They're saying about the things that you can't hear or see. They've been giving you tons of signs and messages and synchronicity, and you're like, am I crazy? Should I do this? Trust. Go for it. It's going to be magical. And she is, in fact, your home. So, that's what you get to do this month. You get to finally stop gripping that table and grip a hold of something that'll grip you back. Okay, that could go down somewhere. Not so appropriate. So we're going to move on to group number 3. If you chose the butterfly caterpillar creature, you have, letting go. Oh dear. Okay. So you are going through a breakup. My job here is done. This is quite clear and easy. Okay, so you have Knight of Gabriel, confident, enthusiastic, courageous, charismatic. At the bottom it says, time to take action, great passion for a cause, instinctively knowing just what to do. 3 of Swords, you have 2 of Cups reversed. Now, upright, it's so beautiful. Maybe, if I can pick it up, but it's reversed. Not so beautiful. Then you've got this no place like home. Now, upright, this would be beautiful. It'd be like, oh, I found the one, my home, I'm meant to be. But it's reversed. And then you've got the card letting go. And at the bottom it says, I surrender joyously to the ebbing and flowing of life. So there's a message. Now this would be, you know, Knight of Wands, which, you know, the Knight of Wands always rushes in. No fear. But this situation, they're saying, requires your full attention right now. They're encouraging you this month to end this relationship. It's interesting because I did that post on Facebook yesterday, and one of the things that they were talking about was that there's some people out there that need to break up with somebody that they've just been holding on to for convenience, or because they just don't want to have that conversation. Because sometimes people just don't want to have that conversation because they're not comfortable with the conflict, which most people aren't comfortable with conflict. Or for some, maybe they're worried that, oh, she or he's going to keep trying to talk me into keeping them and keep working on it. Well, if you're stuck in your home and they're stuck in their home, if you don't live together, that's going to make the conversation a lot easier. But the angels were very clear that there are some people that have got to end a relationship immediately, use this time while they're stuck in their home. So apparently you are the people that they were talking about. Because now for some of you, the relationship that you need to end, you may have just rushed right into it. But it's not been a joyful relationship. And for a number of you, it's even like sucked the life out of you. So you have been enthusiastic about the relationship, but you've also not been excited and enthusiastic about life. You've kind of lost your passion for life because of this draining relationship that just sucks you dry. But you've been heartbroken, disappointed by this person a number of times. You've been betrayed. It has been a painful and long drawn out separation. So they're saying it's not going to be that difficult for you to end it, because you've been at this brink of ending it for quite some time. It's just the final conversation to say, you know, this hasn't worked for a very long time. Neither of us are happy. We don't really ever see each other. I don't want to hold you back anymore. You deserve someone who's going to make you happy. I deserve happiness. We're not going to find happiness together. So this is officially over. Officially. I do wish you the very best. And end it. That's what you're being encouraged to do this month. It's not happy. It's not joyful. It is not going to work out. There's not going to be some forgiveness, some reconciliation. If this card was upright, it would be about forgiveness, reconciliation. It's reversed. It's not. This is not going to get fixed. It's not going to get repaired. It's been filled with arguments. The two of you are incompatible. You're on two totally different pages. You do not value each other equally. They're saying it is so clear with the writing on the wall. For both of you know. It's just it needs to be said. That's all. And they do keep reiterating it's not going to be that difficult. Because they're not the right fit. They're not your home. You're not comfortable in the relationship. They haven't been authentic. And at times you haven't been authentic either, because you haven't professed how you truly feel. You've stuffed down your feelings and your desires. They're encouraged to just let this dysfunctional relationship go. Some of you, you've held on to it for monetary reasons as well. But you don't have to worry about money. So for those of you that this is a divorce, you're like, oh my gosh, she's going to take half my money. You see this fish is swimming off with another fish. That's interesting. How would you be swimming off with another fish while you have a fish you've got to get rid of? But fish are indicative of money and finances. So money and finances, you don't have to worry about that. Now, okay, that's weird. This is all about breaking up. And this is not about breaking up. Oh boy. Oy vey. Why? You have Compass Bridge Lady. Now this is not the Lady of Love. Let's see. Somebody else actually had the Lady of Love. Where is it? I think they did. They did. They had the Lady of Love. Oh, come here. Lady of Love. Now this, because this deck of cards is the expanded deck, it has 2 ladies. One of the ladies is the Lady of Love. This would be the person that you're in the relationship with. Love. However, this is the other lady. Does make any sense? And that's your other fish. Ah, that's your other fish. Okay. So you're like, why aren't you speaking, Nicole? So the compass, this is about your true north, going in the direction that you are meant to be. The compass will guide you. Whatever's to the right is the direction in which you are meant to go. You've got this bridge. Bridges, of course, you use to cross over to get to the other side. However, you are concerned you have burnt the bridge with her. Because sometimes we can burn bridges down, and then we're like, oh gosh, now how am I going to cross over that bridge? And this lady, she's very strong. She's very confident. She emanates feminine power. But you have a past with her. Why is this all about ending? Who's ending the relationship? Why? Oh, that's the bottom of the deck. Oops, my bad. Not the bottom. Oh, the other deck? Okay. Never mind. You guys get a different deck. This one. Okay. Ah, there were 3 people. Bottom of the deck. Okay. Marriage. Wealthy man. Money piece. Community. Okay. You are him. Just asking who. Who is this that's breaking up? Why? Why aren't you? What's going on? Why is this not? So this, keep in mind, general reading, genders could be reversed, but this, you are this wealthy man. You have been in a committed relationship. It doesn't have to be marriage for some of you. In fact, it could be marriage, but it's a committed relationship. It's somebody that you've been monogamous, committed to for some time, for years. But you've been in this committed relationship. This is who you're breaking things up with. The reason you have not, you've got this community card. So you're afraid, what are people going to say? What are people going to think? But I was saying that because for a number of you, there's this financial aspect that you don't need to worry about money and finances. But then there's this other fish. Yeah, so there's this woman from your past. You are not with her, but in the past, she's your true north. She is the direction that you are intended to be heading toward. To end this and head it in her direction. You are fearful, though, of heading in her direction because you fear that you burnt that bridge in the past. And for a number of you, you're just afraid she's not going to give you an opportunity. But before you can pursue her, you must completely, officially end this. And again, they're saying it's just a conversation. It's dysfunctional. This relationship that you have been in for years is highly dysfunctional. It's a yo-yo. It's emotionally up and down. So what they're encouraging you to do, well, come here, Miss Lexi. Oh my goodness. What they're encouraging you to do, what do you want to say? Hi? Oh, you're just going to put your, okay. I guess she doesn't want to say hi. She's just going to, she's got a bit of a respiratory infection, so you might get to hear her breathing. No complaints, please. It's a sick little 3-pound puppy. Okay. So what you are being encouraged to do at this time, this month, these next couple weeks, while you've got time at home, is to end this toxic, dysfunctional relationship that you have been in. They're encouraging you to end it today and stop worrying about what other people are going to think and what other people are going to say. They're not your tribe anyhow. Because your friends and family that truly care about you, they know that this person's toxic for you. So for a number of you, they're saying for a number of you, your family doesn't like her. You know your family doesn't like her. They've not liked her for a very long time. They don't like how she treats you. They don't like how she talks to you. They don't like how she manipulates and controls you. And they have shared that with you. They don't like her. That's your tribe. That's your family. Same thing with your close friends. They don't like her either. They think she's bad news for you. You don't have to worry about money. Money and finances will be fine. It really will be. Like my one brother going through a divorce, he's like, oh my gosh, it's going to be horrible. She's going to take everything. I'm like, and no, actually, it's going to turn out way better than what you realize. Just wait and see. And sure enough, it's going to be really going to turn out well. So for those of you that are worried about money and finances, this is going to be fine. You're going to be well. You're going to be well off. You're not going to have any issues with money and finances. And they're encouraging you, stop worrying about what everyone is going to think and what everyone is going to be saying. Why are you staying miserable for what people are going to think and say that aren't even your family? They're not your tribe. Once this is over, they're going to go back in her corner because they're her family. So for some of you, it is her family members. And that's okay, because that means that they're not truly your family or tribe. They're her family and tribe. You want to be with your family and tribe. So stop giving any care or concern to what other people are going to say and think. Because for most of you, that's why you haven't ended this. But for some of you, you know she talks trash about you behind your back to them. They put on a nice front. But they don't think too kindly of you either. So it will be best when you finally just have that conversation. That is what they're encouraging you to do at this time. You got 2, 3, 4 weeks at home. The sooner the better, because as soon as you do that, you can finally be free of this and you can move toward the one that you're meant to be with. And for a majority of you, you already know who she is because you have a past together. So hopefully that helped all of you. Again, if you have any questions, please put those down below, and in a day or two, I will come back and answer your questions. I love you all. Again, it's going to get better. It's going to be okay. Hang in there, and I'm wishing you all a lot of love, joy, and blessings.